Based on that super chat, I am going to go Hamza. What you here to say, my brother?
Listen, Leopard doesn't change his spots. I said it from beginning. I don't do this therapy of giving them like, One thing I don't know why this fan base are scared of their manager. They will never ever. I don't know what he holds on them. I don't know. Any few fan base, I rate those fan base that call out Arteta. You know what? You have to be responsible. I'm looking at this Bournemouth, yeah, especially Saliba. They tell us Royce, he's the best centre back in the. It's Bournemouth. Bournemouth. If you're the best centre back in the world, this is a walk in the park. How can you get? Terry, tell me how. There's a rule number 1. If you get 10, let him go. Let him go. How dumb are you to drag him down and let your team down? 30 minutes, you're Rolls Royce. I've seen you in the in Nation League. You got cooked by Openda, and your fans made excuses for you. You've come back before that. Leicester City. They were 2-0 up against Leicester City, were they? They got pinned back 2-2. They were shitting their pants. All of them, when the cameras were going around Emirates, you saw them scared. And then when they won, oh my God, we beat Leicester. I'm thinking, yo, it's only Leicester and you're sweating for the league in October. Brighton made them sweat. Man City, they celebrated. Oh, City celebrated because you parked the bus. All I saw from this season, they were celebrating this coach that taught them about corners. Bro, when the corners were coming, people have clocked them. People have clocked your corners. Well, you don't have a plan B? You don't have a plan B when Saka's not on? You have to hold this manager responsible. You don't spend 800. Bro, it's Bournemouth. We're not talking about Real Madrid or at Inter or any other team. Yeah? Already, you're struggling. Already, you go beating 2-0 to Bournemouth. You know why I'm here? Because I know I'm weak. But if some you're a failure, first you're a disgrace to every Liverpool fan here. You're a biggest disgrace because you're pathetic. I respect your team. You know why? Because you're top of the league. But you're scared to talk down to Arsenal fans. Do you know why? Because you're scared you might lose the league tie to them. So you're being nice to them. This guy, first, he's the biggest fraud on all of us, yeah? Because I expected him here to come out here and say, Arteta spent a lot of money. He didn't have a plan B. You lost.
Hamza, sorry, Brandon. Sorry, guys, sorry. Hamza, the thing is that this is the Full Fan Highlight Show. This is a reaction to the match, and we're talking about the game. It doesn't always need to be massive overarching statements made about a game, because based on your logic, Saliba can't be looked at as one of the best or the best or top class. Hang on, let me finish talking. I want you to listen to understand rather than listening to respond. By your logic, a mistake and a bad game debunks the idea that he is the best, one of the best, and top class. Your logic means if Haaland has a bad game tomorrow, we can say that's proof he's not as good as all those other goals and all those other performances maintained. The problem is with your analysis is that it's all arching upon a mistake here or a bad game there, when actually, if you go through the history of football and look at the greatest centre-backs and greatest defenders of all time, you could put a compilation together of red cards and mistakes and them getting taken on. That's not really how football works, is it? Because KDB isn't a bad player because he overhits a cross. Ruben Diaz isn't a bad defender if he makes a late tackle tomorrow or gets sent off, is he? It's a mistake made by a top player.
It's a big mistake.
Also, City centre-backs that you rate highly conceded to Ipswich. He conceded a goal to Ipswich.
You missed 3 games. He'll miss 3 games. Let's deep it. It's not
Hamza.
It's a big mistake.
No, guys, let's let Hamza respond. Go on, Hamza.
Let me respond to this. It's a massive mistake what he made, and he should be called up. 30 minutes on, yeah, you got time against him. Don't make that excuse that he never knew. He knew. He could see. He took him down. It's a red card. Simple. The fact that you're 10 men again, and now you have to play with 10 men. You've now lost because of Saliba. You've now had to play. You have to play Liverpool and without Saliba. You have to play Newcastle away without Saliba. You have to play Chelsea against Saliba without Saliba. That might cost you the league, because Man City, when they smell blood like this, and we see you're checking it out on this kind of big games. Yeah, and if you lose to Liverpool, I promise you are the league title race. I promise you.
He only misses one game, by the way. So you're waffling.
And your defense looks shaky this season. Your defense was supposed to be the best. You're gonna break the Chelsea's record of 15 goals. He doesn't look like that.
Hamza, is Haaland not the best striker in the world right now because he's not scored in the final for you?
Say what you like about our defense.
Answer that quick,
rather
Hamza.
than criticize in your little monologue, how about say credit to Bournemouth because they managed to do something that we couldn't do, as in City couldn't do. Yeah, beat Arsenal with 10 men. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. Yeah.
No, we should have beaten you.
Yeah, but you didn't do it.
One
more did it. One more did it.
Club. Let's just talk.
Tell them, Brandon. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Hamza coming here shaking it for rivals to give it to Arsenal 24/7. But bro, Hamza, you couldn't do it. But you're here bigging up Bournemouth.
You had 11 men. You had 11 men on the pitch, Hamza.
Yeah, you had world-class players.
You're the best coach in the world.
Your defense doesn't look the same.
Hamza. Our defense doesn't look the same because Saliba got sent off after 30 minutes. What the hell
you conceded against Leicester? You conceded agaest Brighton.
You could not.
One second.
Southampton conceded against Southampton. You're leaking everywhere.
Guess what? It doesn't matter how many goals you concede. It's about winning the goddamn games. And guess what? Up until this point, we were undefeated. So your team concedes left, right, and center, but you go on to win the games 3-1, 4-1. No one talks about the goals.
Yeah, Hamza, can I ask you a question? Based on Arsenal conceding the goals, in less games than Arsenal this season, you've conceded the same amount. So does that mean that your defenders aren't as good as you make them out to be? Genuine question.
City fans say our defense is bad. We don't come out here and say we've got the best partnership in the world or we've got the best centre, but we're going to break Chelsea.
2 seasons we've just had back-to-back
goals record. Right. Yeah, I say my defense is
so your defense is so I just want to make sure we're confirming that Hamza has said City's defense is poor, correct?
No, so far our defense has not been the best where we are.
Bro,
yeah. But to me,
Ruben Diaz up there with the Man United legend a couple of days ago on Hussam's show. What's his name? Vidic. He compared him to Vidic a couple of days ago. Now he's sitting here saying his defense is poor.
Hamza, can you answer my question from earlier with your logic? Saliba having a bad game this game, making a mistake. Haaland, yes or no, is he the best striker in the world?
He's the best striker, 100%. I don't say Saliba's bad.
How many goals has he scored for you in all the finals he's played for you?
He hasn't scored any goals, yeah?
All right, cool. So if that's the case, then he's performed badly in every final because he hasn't done his job and scored. So therefore, he's not the best striker in the world. By your logic.
I
don't agree, but by your logic.
My logic is I'm looking at trophies. I'm looking at the fact that you keep comparing a guy that's not won major trophy.
We're talking about the game today.
We're talking about the game, the individual game.
Hamza, but Hamza, I get your point. But in terms of the game, let me ask you a question, Hamza. In terms of the game, what do you think, barring the red card for Saliba, what else went wrong for Arsenal today about the game specifically?
No plan B from Arteta. And this is the problem when I've seen it before, Terry. It's not the first time. The 2 seasons before that, when going gets tough against West Ham away, they struggled. There was no plan B. This guy has one rule. You keep seeing when they're playing, Raya, hoof the ball, Havertz holds it, passes it, cross the ball. It's the same old style. You spent so much money. Surely as a manager, you have to come with a plan B. You have to go. The way you played against Bournemouth, you didn't offer any threats. No threat against Bournemouth. You can talk about that Martinelli. That was because they made a mistake. But you did not offer any threat, and you're supposed to be winning the league. How many seasons are you going to be doing this? I'm seeing the same old mistakes you're doing, and you're not offering no threat against Brighton. The same thing. Leicester should have lost that game. You should have drawn that game. You're lucky you won that game. That's when I saw.
He struggled against Fulham.
Shaky. I think they lose to Liverpool. I promise you.
Do you know what, Hamza? I know you're here to cook, right? But what I'll say is this: when you said didn't create anything, right? Martinelli should have put on 1-0 up, should have scored. And even in that, go back and watch that Brighton game again. I swear there was a Saka and a Havertz chance that they should have scored that would have put them in the lead in that game. I swear there was at least 2 chances. So the point is they created chances in those games. They did. And that's where the criticism should be. So as much as you're cooking them, I'm going to be blunt with you. This is like on site, what they call it, instant feedback like you get at work. You're missing a better opportunity to cook them. You're saying they didn't create chances. They did, and they missed them. Criticizing them for not taking the chances is better banter than saying they didn't create them, because that's not true. Like, your banter's good, but I think you're missing an opportunity here.
No, Terry.
Man,
All I'm
review this
saying is,
I'm just trying to help you with the banter, bro. Like you're missing opportunities here, my G.
Okay, this is the same Arsenal we're seeing from last season when they lost to Fulham, when they lost to. Remember they lost to West Ham at home. They say, and in fact, the defense has gone down despite them spending money on that defense that they're telling me. Calafiori, you talk about this Calafiori guy. How many misplaced passes I saw him doing today?
Bro, pick an agenda. Pick an agenda.
100%. And already I'm saying your defense doesn't look that great. Don't tell me this defense about being the best defense in Europe.
Hamza, can I ask you a question, Hamza? You keep referring back to you spent money. Every top team, including your team, how much have you spent? How much has City spent? Hold on. Because this agenda about you spent money, as though Arsenal is the only club that has spent money over the last 5 years to try to win the league, right? It's so stupid. Ange Postecoglou in 2 seasons has spent almost 400 million. In 2 seasons, Tottenham. Mikel over 5 seasons has spent 800. You know what that means? Postecoglou has spent half of what Mikel has spent in 2 years.
But 800 million.
Hold on. 5 years. And you will sit here, how much have you spent over 5 years? Chelsea has spent 1.something billion as of now.
But we cook Chelsea.
Hold on. So my point is, stop this agenda of when you're speaking. Like, if you're going to attack the game, criticize the game, talk about exactly what we're asking you. And this agenda of, oh yeah, but you spent so much money, as though we're the only club that has spent money. We're not. So let's just address that. So you can carry on.
Let me address that last one.
Guys, sorry. I want to move on slightly. I've got a lot of super chats and other people to get through, and I'm going to run out of time. This super chat here says, how is Hamza going to come on here and say Arteta doesn't have a plan B, but also complain that Arsenal parked the bus when they were 2-1 up against City after the game changed? I mean, again, Hamza, you're just missing out the banter a little. Somebody says, Terry, you can't police banter. I'm not trying to police his banter. I'm trying to nurture it. I'm trying to make it better. He's missing opportunities to go in. Mr. Feldman, thank you very much for that super chat earlier. I appreciate that, bro. What are you here to say, my friend?
First of all, Terry, thanks for having me on. Hamza, come on, bro. You cannot be coming here and talking so much waffle. Sometimes I love listening to you just for the waffle, but come on. We've not dropped. We have not lost a game this season with 11 men. We came to your house for how many minutes? And we still got a point out of that game. And you're picking and choosing. And come on, you can't be doing that. Yes, red card today. Yes, Saliba made a mistake. He's still amazing. You cannot be doing this.
I'm just saying that you can't afford to not win the title this season because you're under huge pressure this season. And this mistake might cost you winning the league. And if it does cost you, a lot of questions are going to be asked on your manager and say, you will come back to the same mistake. So we'll say this is not only a little mistake.
So you think, Hamza, that the red card today was on Mikel Arteta, the mistake?
I know Saliba, but Mikel Arteta at the end of the season, will be held responsible. I know he doesn't have a plan B. I've told you about that plan B. Whenever they go 10 men down,
you come on here and you say he doesn't have a plan B. And when we play defensive against you guys at the Etihad, you say that we parked the bus, dark arts, all of this BS. And now you say that we don't have a plan B. Come on. Arteta came in. He had a shit team. He had the locker room totally in crap. And we were competing for the league for 3 years now. And you're telling me that this is on Arteta? Saliba's mistake?
No,
Who almost never makes a mistake.